Good morning. One more time. This is Teacher Byron, and today I'm gonna have speaking activity. I'm going to provide the group with elements to speak. Today we're going to do an exercise to remember different things. Okay, so you will see how a family tree, chart like this, a cell phone like this, and a die like this with different papers around are related. Okay, so if you come a little closer. This is a family tree. As you can see, we're going to practice with family members. This chart is going to help us distinguish how to use the verb to be and actions. A common mistake students do sometimes when they speak. The cell phone, I'll explain that in a moment, and how a die is going to work. Also going to explain that in a moment. Thank you very much. Alright guys, listen up. So, with this chart right now, we're going to do the following thing. We're going to differentiate which ones work with the verb to be, which ones work with the verb to be, of course, actions and actions. What are we going to do today? Today we're going to optimize our speaking. How? By using the correct structures, giving the correct examples, etc. Now, in your chart, you can see that it says personal information 1, personal information 2, personal information 3, and personal information 4. Okay? Or this part, personal information 1 and personal information 2, they correspond to the verb to be. And this one's right here, personal information 3 and personal information number 4, this corresponds to actions. Okay? Now, at the bottom of the chart, you have something that says provide examples. And it says relationship, age, adjectives, status, words, alike, continue. What is the rest? What? The same. From town. Well, sorry guys, I repeated similar. And look different. Nationality. Okay, what are we going to do? Before we categorize this vocabulary into this chart, for example, we are going to provide an example. That is, for example, age. What is an example with age? An example with age? Yes? But a complete example would be 20 years old is like one part. She is 20 years old. Now, age, an example. She's 20 years old. Where do I put this? In personal information 1, 2, 3, or 4. Okay, I can put this one in personal information 2 or 1 because it's for the verb be, right? So if it's the verb be, personal information 1 or personal information 2. Okay? Good. So here we put age. Continue. Adjectives. Make an example with an adjective. Make an example with the style. And then categorize the example. Is that a verb be or is that an action? Another question you can have is, teacher, why personal information 2, why personal information 1 and 2? It's easy because the chart is small, okay? So I divided it in 2 parts, okay? Yeah? Okay, thank you very much. For example, age. Only example. Only example that you can make your own example. So, she's 20 years old. You can say I am 17 years old. Now, give an example when you have to use this word. An example when you use this word. Okay. And relationship. What about an example with relationship? In relationship with father, mother, or whatever.
relationship with father, mother, colleague, relation,
Three. All right. So if I can close it a little bit right here. This is a chart which says personal information 1, 2, 3, 4, like I explained before. And it has relationship, age, adjectives, studies, words. Students are going to make an example. For example, right here it says age. You just make an example that goes like for she's 20 years old. Now they will realize that they're using the verb to be for that particular example. So they're going to put that example in personal information 1 or personal information 2, which are only for the verb to be examples. If they're making an example without any other action, they will put it over here. The reason for this is because they want to differentiate the use of the verb to be and how to use actions apart, and not to combine them both. In a moment, they're going to put examples on the board, and we'll see how it goes. You guys completed this part right here, and you can see that now you have the examples, and we have in the chart what those categories belong to. Okay? Let's read the examples together. Relationship. What is the first example? Number 2? Yes. Yes. In psychology, okay. This one? This one? This one? This one? This one? Well, we can say we look similar, okay? Yeah. No problem. This one? This one? Okay, personal information, the verb to be, marital status. Yeah, we want to describe marital status with the verb to be. Age, relationship, nationality with the verb to be. Words, the same with actions. And what about the other ones? Okay, what about here? Study, another one? Alike. Another one? Look different. Hometown, where? Be, yes, verb to be, hometown. Okay. Good. Lives, what about lives? There or here? Okay, here, this part. Okay, lives. The same is already there. Okay? Good. Now, thank you very much. So in your cell phone, you have a picture of your family member. This is my mother, right? So this is an example of what you guys are going to do. So what happened? My mother. So what I'm going to do, or what you guys are going to do in groups, is that everyone is going to have an opportunity to describe 1 or 2 family members, okay? So you're going to go over marital status, hometown, age, relationship, nationality, words, the same, studies, alike, look different, this, all of this, but for 1 family member, for your family member. What is the idea of this? The idea is you organize your thoughts and you're able to say, or you're able to give good information with the verb to be and good information with actions. For example, this is my mother, she's 47 years old, she is short, okay? My mother and I are alike, okay? We have the same smile, okay? You see? So the idea is that I use this, all of this to give information about my family member in order, okay? Please, one student, the other student, and so on. Go ahead, right now. So, you can see, all you have to do is to use all of that to describe a family member. This is my mother, and I gave them an example of how they can proceed on this exercise. Sebastian, do me a favor. Can you go around and film how they're doing the activity?
She lives in Pradera.
She lives in Pradera? Oh, okay.
My mother, look alike. My mother,
And your mother?
They look the same. She is 45 years old. She, my sister, my brother, we are
You're describing your mother?
8 years old.
Your mother is very young.
And we are
Three.
Okay, as you can see right now, if you can see right now, and the students are practicing, they're speaking according to the instructions. Now, when they finish, we're gonna do the last part. The last part is just going to be a game to assess my student. I'm going to assess how they're using English, and that's when this family tree and this thing comes into play. So stay tuned for instructions. Byron out. So, like I said, in your family tree, how many people? You're gonna put the name of 4 or 3 people maximum. That's it, no more. In what order? In any order. Mother or father or grandmother or whatever. Okay, go ahead. I had a that was lame. Yes. No, next week I'm on. Right? Got it. Alright guys, listen. In groups, right there. Everybody is going to, every group is going to pick one object. An eraser, for example, one eraser or one pencil per group, okay? Yes? What are we going to do? You know hot potato game, right? Hot potato, the tingle tingle tango in Spanish, right? So what is this for? So here I have a die, and this die has papers. You can see it. And this paper has numbers. It has personal information 3, personal information 1, personal information 2, personal information 3, etc. Alright? Now, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to play music. Okay? When I play music, you guys pass the object in the group, like hot potato. Right? Only in your group. When I stop the music, the person with the object has a challenge. What challenge? I throw the die. Like this. And what is the number on top? Personal information 1. The person with the object is going to show a picture. It's going to show the name of a family member, and it's going to say all the information with personal information number 1. In this case, marital status, hometown, or the age, anything. Okay. Personal information number 1 is the verb to be. Only description with the verb to be. Right? Right. If I throw the die and it's, for example, poop, personal information number 3. With actions, okay? It's going to give information only with actions about one family member in the family tree. But in this space, and in this space, there's no paper. If you have this space, this part blank like this, The person with the object has to say all the information. All the information with no paper. No paper. Okay? That's the challenge. Ready? Okay. I promise it's gonna be fun, alright? Good. Thank you, man.
3.
And What person in this group? In this group, who's Catherine, Laura, Vanessa, Yurani. Okay, good. Here's the challenge. Here's the challenge. Everything. Okay. Good. In your group, please select one person and you have to say all the information about that person. Okay? What? All the information. All the information. All right. Come here.
She works in Chile. Her hometown is Almaty, Cauca. Her beautiful place. She doesn't study. She doesn't work. And my work look different.
And 3, here we go. There you go. Let's say person no. Vanessa, over there. Stephanie. Again. All right. Again. Okay. Or different person, it's time for the different word. Oh. Personal information number 2. So, verb B, you decide, okay?
Her nationality is Colombia. Her nationality is Colombian.
She is my cousin, and she's 22 years old, and she's small. She's single, she's a student, she's Colombian. Her hometown is Buenaventura, but her big place is Cali. She's
Well, that's perfect. Thank you very much. All right. Isabel, will you?
Fernanda is my mother. She is 35 years old. She is couple. She is Colombian.
That's it. Okay. She is couple. Maybe she has a couple. Okay. She has a couple. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ma'am.
My house, check and don't get out of your
Well, this is our wrap up. Thank you for observing these 3 videos. Ideally, we're building up progress, and today, class number 3, the students were more engaged. They felt more comfortable as far as producing more language. And thank you for paying attention. I hope these 3 classes and these 3 videos are good. Thank you very much. Byron out.